Do you think this is a good time to start?
I think it's an excellent
I
place
think
to
it's a
start.
fantastic time to start in about 2 seconds.
2
Well,
seconds.
not yet. No.
Okay, thanks.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay, well, this has already been brilliant.
Okay, so today we're doing indie games instead. We're not doing our usual games of the week because there are no games of the week to talk about.
Which is sad, that makes me sad.
That makes me sad.
I feel bad about that.
I feel so sad after last week.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, no.
That high quality games.
Yeah, on second thought, maybe no games is better than some games after last week.
Yeah,
So we're doing some indie games that we've played and want to play. Not necessarily brand new games, but the first one we're doing is Tembo the Badass Elephant.
Which is already that. I mean, that name is just... That's a 5-star name.
That's already 5 out of 5.
Already perfect.
So we'll move on to the next one. No, Tembo the Badass Elephant is it's developed by Game Freak, who did the Pokemon games. They did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all those. So indie game, yeah, whatever. It's fine. It is an indie game. It's also published by Sega as well, and it's kind of like a replacement for their failing Sonic the Hedgehog series.
That's still running.
I know. They have made recent games. I'm trying to remember a recent one. It came out a few years ago. It went terribly well. Badly. Terribly well. Yeah, it went terribly well. That's why they did this. So they've brought in this Tembo the Badass Elephant, which is kind of like taken from Dumbo and Rambo and just put it into one, and it is amazing. It's the best combination you can have. Dumbo and Rambo.
Which, on paper sounds awful, but apparently in game form it's incredible.
Yeah. No, I've had a look at this this week, and it is awesome. It looks so good. It's their first attempt as well at creating a game for the next gen consoles by Game Freak. So, I mean, it's not the best graphically, but I don't think they went for graphics with this. I mean,
most indie games don't really go for graphics.
No,
it's not the number one.
No, I think also what they did was, I think Game Freak do this thing where they have like parts of their team to create a game, just like their own game. They have like a 6-month project where they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And this was one of them. And then the rest of the developers were like, "Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty amazing."
That's an elephant with Rambo.
Yeah, that's an elephant.
Personality.
I love those little projects that literally just start off as like a fun little thing to do that people do on the side.
Yeah.
And eventually it just becomes part of the game.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen like Bethesda do that with their, like with Skyrim. Like their DLC that they did for that was all like after they released the main game, they had 2 weeks where Todd Howard went to them, just go off and just do whatever you want, make any mod you want, like anything you want for the consoles, and they went off and did it, and from those 2 weeks they made 3 DLC packs.
Really?
It was that good.
Wow.
You're just letting people go and be creative.
Yeah,
And,
well, I like that. I like when developers do that.
So,
Game Freak are obviously, they're great developers.
well, they made the Pokemon. And,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, if you don't like Pokemon, then I don't want to know
Exactly.
you. I love Pokemon.
Also, though, so the game itself is a 2D side-scrolling platform game. So a bit like Mario in a way. That's what it is. It's come from Mario, obviously.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be originally an endless one. The ones like I can't remember what they're actually called.
Procedurally generated.
Where
they constantly just make new bits to the
yeah. So a bit like Flappy Bird in a way, I guess, or something like that. And it's supposed to be like that because obviously those games are really successful. So, but now it's leveled, 18 levels, and you've kind of got to. The aim of the game is to save as many people as you can from like burning wrecks and things by squirting them in water, them on fire, and
of course.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And at every level, there's kind of like a boss battle at the end, which sounds amazing.
Oh no, a tiny mouse! I'll have to go around this challenge.
Yeah. So I've had a look at this, as I said, and it looks absolutely awesome. And now you can get it for the PS4. I saw originally it was just for the Xbox One. I don't know if it was originally just supposed to be for the Xbox One, but it came out, and then a few days later I saw that it come out on the PS4 as well. I think it was the 21st 21st July. It's Daniel's birthday.
My birthday, but a good
That
game
was-
to come out on my birthday.
Yeah.
Tembo the Badass Elephant.
Oh yeah. We don't have to.
It does.
talk
From what I
about it.
remember, I mean, I think I played one of the original Rambo games.
There were games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The original
yeah,
Rambo
there
game
was.
on the what was it, the Atari Dreamweaver, was it?
Really?
Yeah, I think I played on there or something.
Well, you're not
And
going
that
back
was-
at all, are
Yeah,
you?
that was going back a while.
That's a bit before our time. A little bit.
From what I remember, I think that might have been one of the side-scrolling.
Side-scrolling as well.
games. I think
Yeah.
if not that one, I'm pretty sure they have made a Rambo game, which has been. Obviously, they've not made a Dumbo game, so they can't really.
Apparently they have.
They have?
I actually, yeah.
Okay,
I was
that
like
might-
looking it up, and apparently there's a game. I have no idea what it's like, but can you imagine Dumbo the game?
Well,
Like that?
I don't imagine there's much violence in Dumbo.
How is that not literally going to be just Flappy Bird but with an elephant? Surely that's exactly what it is.
Well,
there can't be that much violence in it. I mean, it's a Disney film.
I think we're onto something. I think if it isn't
Really?
Dumbo Flappy Bird
God.
is the next game.
Flappy Bow.
Enough people,
Flappy Bird.
listen, enough people went insane over the first release of Flappy Bird. Okay, we don't need another one.
I know.
The guy had to pull it off the store and go into hiding because of death threats he was receiving.
Really?
You can make your own Dumbo Flappy Birds.
I'll risk it. Definitely worth it. 100%.
That's
I
what the
bet
world
he's-
needs, another Flappy Birds clone.
I bet that man's
Yeah.
wallowing in cash.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently
yeah,
that was
yeah.
half the reason he did as well, because he was just getting so much cash and he's like, I don't know what to do with all this money. So they all stopped. So yeah, this is come out this week, and you can get it. I think it's for like less than £10. I think
I think
it'll be $8.99.
on the PlayStation Store.
Isn't it less? It's less with the PlayStation Network.
Sorry, if you've
Subscription.
got PlayStation Plus at the moment, anyway, there's
It's a
like
discount.
20% off. Or something.
Yeah.
I was gonna
So
say it's like
I think-
£6.
Yeah, I think it's like 12 quid normally, and about
Oh, is it?
$8.99 if
I'm
you've got PlayStation Plus.
assuming there's a similar offer on the
Either
Xbox
way,
as well.
yeah, I assume on Xbox they've probably got.
They've probably got an offer.
But I
on
mean,
it as
either
well.
way, even if it is 12 quid, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty decent price. For
Yeah,
it. I mean, the game looks amazing.
it does look amazing.
Consider, I mean, I'm normally not a massive fan of just.
Yeah, you were
except,
saying
Except from the Mario games, obviously, you put side,
size.
platform games aren't my sort of thing. But
No,
Tembo the Badass Elephant has broken through those boundaries, and I want to play Tembo the
I know.
Badass Elephant.
I didn't even have to look at any gameplay. to want to
No,
play
as
Tembo
soon
the Badass
as George said one of the games was Tembo the Badass Elephant, that was
Tell
it.
me more.
You hadn't even seen any gameplay.
No,
you just heard.
I was
that,
throwing
mate.
money at him at that point. I mean,
Like, what do you want me to do with this? Put it on your card.
Oh.
90% of that game's sales are based entirely on the marketing
Yeah.
department. Well
Oh,
done, marketing
yes.
department. For
I know. Although some guy from one of a review website that I saw was like, it's the worst name for a game of all time.
What?
And I was like,
well, that guy
Well,
clearly
you are
has no idea what he's talking about.
exactly. It's so much. I really want to get it.
Why don't you just marry it?
I really want to buy it. For an indie game, this is 5 out of 5. This is 5
I mean,
out
I've
of
not
5.
even played the
indie
game yet, but I've seen the gameplay, and I'll tell you now, if you haven't bought this game, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Buy
Thanks.
the game.
Wow. Right, what have we got next?
Right, the next one is it's your go, Daniel.
Oh, it's mine.
I can't remember the name of it.
Now,
Twine.
Entwined. That's it.
this game is called
Entwined.
Entwined.
Oh yes.
It is made by a subdivision from Sony called Pixel Opus, which, from what I remember, is literally just a group of uni students, uni graduates
Yeah.
in America, and they basically just went, go and make a game, and they did, and it turns out it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty much, I just had to have a look at this, so I wasn't quite sure what you describe it as. It's a rhythm game,
Rhythm game.
Yeah.
So.
and
Hmm.
it's if you've ever played a game called Flower that's been on the PlayStation Store, it was on the PS3 as well. It's kind of similar to that. There's a bird and a fish, and something about them being in love. That's the story. It's pretty. It's a nice story.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, those things would totally happen. wouldn't
Yeah,
they?
definitely.
That's why we have plenty of birdfish knocking about.
Fish birds.
Fish birds. But basically, you use your analog sticks, and the fish is on the left and the bird is on the right, and you've got to kind of guide them through these orange and blue. The bird is blue, so you have to guide him through the blue shapes.
Square thing. I don't even know what
weird
they are.
shapes.
Yeah.
The blue
Yeah.
shapes, and then you have to guide the fish through the orange shapes. But it gets a little bit faster, and then it gets, the shapes start to move, and then there'll be a series of about 7, and you've got to pass through them all, and then slowly move them up and move them down.
Yeah.
And then once you've done all that, there's another bit which is basically even faster. So it basically just gets harder and harder and harder. It's a relaxing game.
I was going to say, it's not really so much about the gameplay as it is about the fact that it just seems like... Well, obviously I watched you play it for a little bit.
Yeah, so...
And it was kind of just like... I don't know, it was just so relaxing.
It's colourful and it's got a nice soundtrack.
It's very colourful, and whoever's done the music to this game, well done.
Yeah.
The music in this game is... I mean, even if you don't check out the game, just check out the music, because the music is fantastic.
It's just like a calming little puzzle game.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, if you want a game where you can just sit down and effortlessly just sort of
stroll on through it
and have a good time, then I'd definitely recommend playing it. It's a single player game, like, but just if there's if you've been playing a little too much FIFA and you're ready to set everyone on fire,
FIFA can be quite stressful.
Then just have a sit down, get Entwined on the go.
Yeah.
And fall asleep playing the game.
Although I can't really see many FIFA fans also being fans of this game.
Yeah, that's true. I
mean, valid point.
You need a working controller to play this game, and I don't know if many FIFA fans have those.
That's true. Yeah. I'm pretty sure every FIFA fan's controller is now broken. Well, mine is anyway.
Yeah, mine is. But this game came out on the 9th of June.
Okay, so it's just over a month ago then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's on the PS4, the PS3, and the PlayStation Vita.
Is it free? Isn't it free on the?
Yeah, currently as well. Currently, once again, if you've got the PlayStation Plus, which if you haven't, I would highly recommend getting, because the amount of free stuff you get is it just.
There's a couple of good ones on this week.
There's a couple of good things on there at the moment. I mean, I've got quite a good few games.
Sticks,
I've got Sticks, Don't Starve,
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Oh, Rocket
League.
Oh my gosh.
Which is fantastic. And Entwined, this was all free. You get like a free game pretty much every month.
I do imagine most people who've got PlayStation 4s are probably going to have PlayStation Plus, because you need it to even be able to go
exactly.
Unless you solely play single player games and that's your thing, then fair enough. But even still, I'd still probably recommend getting it, because the amount of free stuff. I mean, I've got more free stuff, and it's paid for
It's essentially paid for itself.
It's paid for itself just because how many free things you get.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't know how much it is.
Normally,
got it,
no, I saw actually. I did see, and I've completely forgotten again. We're doing good at this remembering.
I think it was something like $3.99. It's not an expensive.
No, it wasn't expensive, but free is better than
exactly.
Money, so
exactly. So we finishing up on Entwined now. What would you give that out of 5? For indie game.
For indie games, if you're looking for excitement and like for instance, Tembo, you're not going to blow anything up in this game. You're not going to.
Oh, so it's not
a
like
rampaging elephant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I think everyone at some point needs a nice, calm game where you can just sit down and play it. And for this, it's a fantastic game. So
not Gandalf the chin strap.
No.
I just wanted to say that just so I can put it in the video again.
If anything, I think Gandalf the chin strap should be the mascot.
Okay. Okay.
But I give it. I don't know. I give it a 3.
Okay.
Because I did enjoy playing it, but obviously it's not the most exciting thrilling game I've ever played in my life.
Okay then. So finally, we're going on to Harry. Harry, you've been... Well, we've all looked at this a little bit, but Harry is...
Definitely. Yeah, we've all looked at this.
Harry
I've done quite a bit of research into this, though. We are all very excited for it, and it is No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Oh, yes.
So, No Man's Sky is being developed by...
Sorry, what was that? I'm so hungry.
Damn it, George. No Man's Sky.
One-man crowd.
It's being developed by a British studio, Hello Games. That's another thing the world can thank us all for, No Man's Sky.
Hello Games.
Doing something amazing again.
Hello Games.
Is this their first game, or is it?
Yeah, it's one of their first. They're a new studio. So it's a single and it's a multiplayer open world exploration game where your goal basically is to get to the centre of the universe. This game is set in space. They've created an entire universe of planets, moons, like colonies that you can visit, trading posts, all this kind of stuff. And the main goal in the game is to get to the very centre of the universe. However, when they actually show you, the map is huge. It's not even a map. It's just the playable. It is the universe. Yeah. It's so massive. You can't even comprehend how big it is. So all of these are procedurally generated along the way. I don't know how they're doing any of this. I don't know what engine they're using, but it must be incredible. It must be something futuristic. So you buy your own spaceships and your own weapons, which apparently are all procedurally generated.
Do you buy them with currency you earn, or do you buy them with, like, do you have to pay for them?
So basically, when you land on a planet, you've got a scan feature, so you can scan for animals and things like that, and you'll discover them. And the rarer these animals and things are, the more money you will get for discovering them. So the way it works is, once you've discovered all these things, you have to go to a kind of checkpoint. And when you get there, you reach the checkpoint, and it saves all your data. If you die before you get to that checkpoint, everything you've collected since the last time you were at a checkpoint, you've lost that completely.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah. You can, using that, you can buy your own spaceships and weapons. You can also give your own names to creatures and things that you discover.
Oh, yeah.
They also have their own periodic table, which they've created just for the game. Yeah.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, they've got their own periodic table of resources that you can collect. So you can mine these resources, and then you can trade them at various trade posts throughout the city, again for units that you can use to buy guns and weapons. Now, in the game, there is this alien species which is called the Sentinels. And these are essentially Greenpeace of the solar system. And if you extensively mine a planet, they will come after you. If you attack the wildlife for no reason and start murdering everything in sight, they'll come after you.
Okay. They're like that they're going to be chasing me.
Oh, I was about to say, no Far Cry antics for you, destroying ecosystems.
No rhinos of C4.
Well, coming after you, do you mean they're going to come and kill me, or
they will come out? You get a wanted.
Give me a notice.
You get a wanted level. So the more you evade them, the more of them that you kill, the higher the wanted level gets, and the more of them are going to come, the harder it's going to get, and they're going to come after you pretty viciously.
Wow.
It was going to be a GTA space.
I am going to have the equivalent of like 5 stars on GTA all the time.
Literally.
I'm everywhere you go. My spaceship, and some alien's going to come up to me and just blow out my brains.
Daniel, the Destroyer of Worlds. Yeah.
I'm going to take my Soul Nightmares and ride it into a planet.
A planet.
So yes,
all the planets.
The release date for this game is yet to be announced, but it will be coming out on PlayStation 4 and Windows. PlayStation 4 and Windows. So they haven't said that they're going to release it for Xbox or for Mac at the minute. It's only for PlayStation 4 and Windows.
Mac.
So yeah, basically the possibilities for this game are endless. It is multiplayer.
Yeah.
But there's so much space in there that the chances of you coming across somebody, even if everybody in the world plays, apparently are still pretty low.
Really?
That's how big the game is. They've built it to be played as a single-player exploration game, but there are multiplayer elements in there. Wow. So what they've said is, upon release, there's going to be not much point of multiplayer meeting up with your friends. But as the game goes on, they develop it more, they release more things for it, the multiplayer is going to come into it a lot more.
God, how long have they been developing this for? Must be.
Couple of years.
I
don't know exactly.
It's not the worst indie game development cycle I've heard, which is Routine, which I remember being excited about probably in 2011. Routine. It's that space horror one.
Oh yeah.
And it's still not even release date announced.
Wow.
But there is a slim chance they'll release that on PS4 as well.
Wow.
So, okay, then. No, I don't think there's any fear of this. I don't think there's any fear of this not being released.
Oh yeah, this is way too big.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw it last year.
It was at E3, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah, it was at E3. IGN went and did
I think when you get to that point, you can't argue.
Yeah.
Well, you'll probably be seeing the trailer on screen now.
Well, I don't know. Konami Studios did a whole playable teaser for Silent Hills, and now that isn't.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant.
So
they teased us and then just went.
Yeah.
Screw you guys.
There you go.
Which is extremely upsetting.
It's that was likely to be the most scary horror I've ever played.
Yeah, definitely.
Or rather, watched someone else play while I cry a lot.
And you've ruined my dreams.
God damn. Right, so I think, to be honest, we are literally already running out of time.
I think that's a good place to wrap this one up.
Yeah, it is.
The next Godzilla movie.
No, don't even say that. You'll
we'll save you from the next Godzilla, and we won't even talk about it.
So, I've been Harry.
I've been George. Oh my god.
I've been Jack. I guess.
I've been interrupted.
Thank God.
I've been Dan.
And we have been the Trading Detectives podcast.
Goodbye.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Not again, George.
Does that not hurt?